Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Atheist Experience. I'm your host, Russell Glasser, and with me today is John Iacoletti.
Hi, Russell. How you doing?
Hey, haven't done a show with you in a while.
Yeah.
Today is Sunday, October 1st, 2017. We are a live call-in, internet-based atheist TV show broadcasting from Austin, Texas, dedicated to promoting positive atheism and the separation of church and state. You can catch us live every Sunday on YouTube. Normally, I would also say that you can also see us on Ustream at ustream.tv, but this is the last week that we're going to be airing, or to put it in techie geek terms, we are deprecating ustream.tv. It's no longer going to be used, so this may be the last episode you see. If you're there, please find the Atheist Experience YouTube.com channel. The website is www.atheist-experience.com. You can provide feedback by commenting on the official show blog at freethoughtblogs.com/AXP. Email us at tv@atheistcommunity.org, or you can join the Atheist Experience official discussion group on Facebook. If you enjoy this show, please consider checking out our related podcast, The Nonprofits, which airs on the first and third Wednesday of every month. You can find links from the Atheist Experience website. You can listen on YouTube also, and the next Nonprofits will be recorded Wednesday, September 4th. That's this coming Wednesday.
October 4th.
Yes, October 4th. As always, the cast and crew of the Atheist Experience will be going to dinner after the show at Star of India, 2900 West Anderson Lane, arriving at around 6:15. Everybody's welcome. See you there. So let's see, a few things that we have to get to. We have a specific guest in mind as our first caller, so we will get to her shortly. The Austin Pride Festival, which was postponed a month ago or so, is now rescheduled for October 21st, and the Atheist Community of Austin still plans to have a booth there, so still plan to come by and say hi. And sometimes I say it, sometimes I don't, but the Atheist Community of Austin, being a nonprofit business organization, we always appreciate your donations. If you are interested, you can click this button on YouTube right here. Or if you're not watching YouTube, you can also donate through Google or Facebook and stuff. If you want, there's nothing specific we're after right now, but we appreciate it. John, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing all right.
Good.
We had a good turnout at the back cruise.
Oh, yes.
We filled up the first time and had to turn people away, which is always sad, but that's incentive for you to get your tickets, buy your tickets early next year, because we'll have more of the same. It was fun.
That's
I think
right.
Everybody had a good time, and we enjoyed our speaker, Mohammed Syed, so that was good.
Mm-hmm. And yes, and he was on last week, so I hope you guys enjoyed him too.
Yeah.
And
do we want to get to Shirley first, or?
Yeah, if you want to do it that way, then we can cut straight to Shirley Rivera, who is on the line right now. She is the president of Atheists of Puerto Rico. And as you all probably know, Puerto Rico has recently been devastated by Hurricane Maria. From the sound of things, it was a lot worse on the region than either of the other two recent hurricanes. And Shirley would like to say a few things about the conditions in her area. Are you there, Shirley?
Hi, guys. I hope you're doing great. Thank you for inviting me to your program.
Yeah.
Right now, I just travel for work stuff. We have 2 hurricanes in 2 weeks. We have Hurricane Irma, category 5 when passed in the north of the island, and we have Hurricane Maria entered to our island in category 4.
Wow.
Both of these hurricanes in the record is the most big ones with Harvey and Katrina in the story of the hurricanes the National Service of the Weather has. So we hit by these two huge hurricanes in our island in just 2 weeks.
Are you where are you right now, Shirley?
Right now, I'm in one of the fort of United Army, the U.S. Army. I am working. So I'm in the middle of the country, in the north, middle, midwest, in work stuff. But I should be back to the island in a couple weeks for continue the project and the foreign rebuild our island.
From what you saw there, what is the situation like where you were?
I working for the Department of Defense. That's my personal job. I travel for work, and but yeah, also I have my house in Morovis, Puerto Rico, and one of the most affected area in the island for this Maria hurricane. I come back in a couple of weeks to the island for continue with this effort. We planning in our island do a massive event for the secular community for help our community. It's a lot of stuff I want to say here, and I want to appreciate this time for say to all the secular community. We have friends, we have families, we have 8 big community lose their houses. We still have people from our atheist community missing. We don't know nothing about it. It's a very sad situation. Even persons working, volunteers for Atheists of Puerto Rico still disappear, still missing. This is very hard. This touch our bottom of our heart. This breaking, all the stuff. Any person, some of the people thinking atheists don't have feelings, but atheists have feelings. And this thing not just touch our heart because we don't know about our atheist friends or families, but a big country lose a lot. And some people don't have too much, and they just lose the little things they have. That's why this situation, our island is oppressed by 100 years of bad politics for our country. Our country, too much people in U.S. don't know we are a U.S. citizen.
Right.
Puerto Rico is a colony. And this is not just Maria. This is the last drop. The cup, make full the cup, and just right now everything is slow. In our island,
you mentioned that you had a house there. Do you have any information on what happened to it, or is it standing? How is it?
My house is a concrete house. The house is still there, but most of the people around my house lose their roof, their houses, and the area getting flooded. So because the rivers are, getting out of their levels, so most of the area is floating. Most of the people, if they even have concrete house, I didn't enter to the house, but the house is still there. I have neighbors I communicated this week and told me, hey, the house is still there. Just, people damage around, but it's okay, the house, but that's not the same luck for other people around. In my family, my grandma lost part of the roof. My uncle lost part of the roof too. They live in the north coast of the island. I have 3 friends. We have 3 friends for the Atheists of Puerto Rico. One of them is a single mom with 2 kids. She lost all the house completely, nothing there.
Wow.
She sent me pictures, and it's just the yard. It's like nothing was there. It's a very sad panorama. It's very it's a disaster. Our country is in bankrupt for a lot of reasons. We can talk all day about that, but this is just happened in the worst moment and increase the pain, the crisis. Is sad. I want to bring numbers. I know we can talk a lot about all the stuff happened, but the 30% of the island is without communications right now. That includes cell phones. no connection for the internet, and no connection for the TV, cable TV. So no communication in the 30% of the island have communication. So the rest no have cell phone, no have connection on the internet. Wow. You can see in the news most of the people just driving like 2 or 3 hours for going to the metro area for get signal. Since Maria hit Puerto Rico, the 911 line failed just 2 hours later when the hurricane entered. Yikes. And the hurricane stayed in the island like for 12 hours. So just 2 hours later, the hurricane entered to our island. The 911 gone, the tower of communication gone, the radio station gone, the TV radio towers gone. So our island is still incommunicated for like no 911 for a week. And the TV channels just come back like 2 days later. Just one, Telemundo, is the only channel. So the people don't know nothing. Right now, yesterday, we received the news. It's a community in the middle of the island. They lose the community like a mountain, fall down in the top and cover all that. And they thinking it's like almost 200 people live there, and they don't know if that people go to the shelters or if that people still there, buried there.
Shirley,
so we don't know. We don't know where is that people right now.
Yeah. For those of you who are watching and seeing these websites go by on your screen, the URL for those websites is aidpr. That's aidpr.org. Which is where you could go to donate for help with Puerto Rico. Would you say that there are any major support operations in progress already, or are you pretty much being left to your own devices?
So I have a very close communication with the people from the Homeland Security. I have friends working there in the federal government, and they say they still have 10,000 containers stocked in the port because one of the biggest problems, they say we don't have truck drivers. Oh, yes, we don't have enough truck drivers, but also the port is have damage from the hurricane. So it's no safety for all those boats getting in the island because it's not enough space. The ones that's working is not too much. So that's why now the U.S. Army is trying to enter and help the island to rebuild that port in the south, for they can use the south one we have, and more boats with humanitarian help can coming in and help the people. But the complaints that people have right now, the stores getting containers, but not the humanitarian help. So we don't want to think the government make preference for the containers, have stuff for the stores first, then the stuff is coming for free for the people. So example.
So there's a lot of supplies. So you mean there's a lot of supplies that are standing by waiting to go to people, but it's been like an entire week, and a lot of this stuff is just being held up by lack of organization.
Yeah. Exactly, and most of the organization, we partnership. We already start sending containers, and the containers are still stocked or in Miami, Jacksonville, or in the same San Juan port because no have truck driver or no have enough logistics for try to push that down, and the people can receive the help. People are still writing to us. We don't have food. We don't have water. We don't drink clean water for days, and it's already 11 days since the hurricane. And the thing is, all these people for this long week don't have communication, so we don't know what they need. But now, when this past 3 days, the people start getting communications, so that people start writing on, hey, I don't have diapers, I don't can get it in the store because the ATM is not working because we don't have power. The 70% of the island don't have power, and the government just concentrate and give power and telecommunications to the metro area. But all those people live in the coast, in the middle of the island, in the mountains, is still without any connection, like no gas. The people start buried, the families die in the hurricane in their own houses. We have like two news in Puerto Rico, like people bury the family in the ground of the house because they don't have transportation for the funeral for send it to the funeral place or whatever, for they prepare the familiar. And it is a big problem because this is can bring disease too, because this is a safety issue. And one of the other problems we have is the drinking water. Most of the rivers get out from the level, so that get the animals. It was in the farm, so all the animals die, and the animals is in the water. So the water's you coming for your house if you have, because most of the people don't have water yet. Yeah. That water coming with germs and with disease, because animals is floating in the rivers.
Oh my gosh!
So that's why, that's one of the things we're working on. That we want to give you our water filters. That's the most thing we will buy with the money we collect in the fundraising we're doing in the webpage, because the water filter is like essential. Because you can have water in your house, but that water is not safety for drink. It's not drinking water. So we want to give you water filters to our people. We want to give you batteries, because they say it's no batteries D or C, and that's the most the flashlights need. And the people don't have power, so they need a lantern. So we go provide batteries. We go provide appliances to the families who lose in the flooding the appliances, because the flooding getting like nice food. In the coast, in the North Coast, like the people, like all the house getting flooded. One of their plans too is medicines. They need medicines. The pharmacies are empty. We want to start sending this by mail. We already have noticed the PO boxes is working good, so we go start sending, because it's arrived first, then the containers.
So is the Atheist, the Puerto Rico Atheist organization, doing something to help out with that effort?
Yes, sure. We always are working already with the homeless in Puerto Rico, but this time with this situation, we want to stand or help, and we will help our community first. That's our priority. We have a lot needs in our secular community. We have, what I mentioned already, we have three families we know lose all houses, so we want to help. We hope we can raise a lot of money for we can help this family directly. Most of the people are happy about that, because they know, they feel happy when we can help somebody directly, because sometimes we send to these organizations and we don't know if they help our people or no. Like now, UNICEF, Red Cross send a lot of containers of money, and that containers is still stuck in the port, and that people not receiving the help. That people are hungry right now. So
you're trying to raise money via this AIDPR.org, which the audience can go to.
Yeah, APR.org. We raise money, and our project is bring drinking water, diapers, feminine stuff for the women, on tampons, sanitary towels, all that stuff, batteries, appliances, water filters. That's our priority. If somebody know a good place for buy that in good prices, please write me on Facebook, Shirley Rivera. You can find me on Facebook, and that's going to be great, because we want to provide water filters. That's something very important right now, and most of the organizations don't cover that. Most of the people bring food, but our people need filters for clean the water. They need survive supplies, like medicines, bandage, all that stuff. We go provide that to our people. We start the Friends for the Austin, Texas organization. They go start collecting supplies for the people too. I want to mention American Atheists is partnership with us. They support this effort and for bring us all the resources we need for make this project success. David Silverman, Nick Fish, Jim Helton, Greg Lammers, all these board for American Atheists help very, very close Puerto Rico Atheists is for, and they say we have all the support. And I want to mention too the Mississippi State University donate one container with new clothes for Puerto Rico, but we need money for make that container go to Puerto Rico. We didn't have to send it, so we need money too for send that container. And we're so happy, and we can't believe a state university donate to an atheist Hispanic group one container with new clothes for our people in Puerto Rico. We appreciate that. If it's somebody for that university here, in the bottom of our heart, thank you. Thank you for the people who already start donating to the webpage apr.org.
Hey, Shirley,
Yes.
Is there, I don't want to change the subject or anything, but is there anything you can tell our audience about your atheist organization in happier times? I mean, what's it like running an atheist? What is the religious climate like there in Puerto Rico?
Yes, the most popular religion in Puerto Rico is the Protestant, and in a far long time ago it was the Catholic, but now these big churches from the Protestant, getting cover, and so now is the big community in the island. We have a severe problems with the government separation of state and church, because the government make like praying days, Bible day, morning praise in the schools. We have already right now 2 lawsuits to the government, to the Department of Education, and to one of the municipalities, because they do praise for 40 days in the government. They use the working hours for pray. We already have a complaint about the police pray for the people, make a roadblocks and stop the people. We make a communication about that, and most of the international community know about that situation. Like the police stop you, roadblocks, and tell you, hey, you didn't have to get off your car and I go pray for you. So they do that. We complain about it. That one stopped because we make a big issue with that, because
that's great.
The bishops looking in uniforms.
Shirley, Puerto Rico is an American territory, but are you not subject to the same separation of church and state that we have here in the mainland?
Actually, our separation of constitution is more specific. Or one say complete separation of church and state, complete. Like, and we can have theocrat education in the schools, and we have better constitution like U.S. because it's more specific, but they don't respect. They respect less, and it's very sad because the teachers stop teaching science for teaching Christianity. We have right now. We were working on that before the hurricane, because one of the moms have the child in the public school, and the teacher made her write Bible verses from the Bible every morning, like a reflection. And it's not a reflection. It's like a horrible stuff for the Bible. So we're working for that. That's our next lawsuit. So we have a membership in organization. All the money we collect in the membership is for make lawsuits. It's very expensive for us, cause the lawsuits, but we always try to help the people with the legal cost and everything. So we defend if the atheists have a discrimination in the job for being atheist or something, we always be there for help in the most we can. So that's our regular happy time, the stuff we do. We also give food to the homeless. We have a project is $1 for one sandwich. So we go Sundays to the homeless to found homeless, and we give it food. And also I want to mention is Starbucks. They donate coffee for us. They know we are an atheist group, and they donated for us coffee. And the people don't know that, but at Starbucks Puerto Rico donate coffee for we can give it to the homeless, and we prepare the sandwiches, we prepare the fruit. And the Starbucks provide the coffee. That's very important to mention it because that company support the atheist group.
That's really nice.
Well, I want to thank you, Shirley, for everything you're doing down there in Puerto Rico, and thank you for all your efforts to help people. Atheists are some of the most generous people. We found out over the last several weeks when they banded together to help hurricane victims in Houston and in Florida. I hope that by telling your story here today, they will band together as well to help Puerto Rico. I think it sounds like the devastation is much worse there, and you're on an isolated island. You have a lot of problems that maybe weren't quite such problems here, where we have a lot more ways to get to people. So, I want to thank you and really thank all of our fans who have just been incredibly
guys.
generous.
And I want to also mention, if we volunteer for U.S., we will planning make a big group, because we have Puerto Rican volunteer for Virginia, Florida, and Boston, and we planning meet all together for giving all the stuff for the people, because most of the people in our community in Puerto Rico lose everything, so they can work like a volunteer for this. So if you Puerto Ricans or Hispanic or Americans, atheists want to be together with us, follow us in Facebook, Atheistas de Puerto Rico,
Okay.
and please follow us, send us a message, because we want to go a big group and give you all these diapers, food, drinking water, filters to all people.
Okay, well, thank you so much for that information. And one more time, that site to donate is aidpr.org.
And like Shirley said, these are American citizens, and we're all about helping American citizens and people elsewhere who are affected by disasters. But these are Americans in our own backyard, and I hope people would look at helping Puerto Ricans just like they looked at helping people in Florida or Houston or any other American soil. So,
and thank you. Oh, whoops.
Thank you, guys. A big hug, and appreciate it, all you do too for groups and all to the other hate-free atheists and American atheists and your atheist experience, guys. Thank you so much.
Good luck to you, and I hope things turn up. So let us know.
And
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
And I was told today by our board member Claire, who came and spoke on behalf of Foundation Beyond Belief a few weeks ago, their Humanist Disaster Recovery is also getting together to see how they can help Puerto Rico. So they're going to be going down there and getting involved as well. So if you donated to them previously, you can know that you'll be helping in some way, or if you contribute now. Through that method either. Speaking
of which, if you're local to Austin, our lecture next week is going to be Noel George, who is head of FBB, I believe. And so that would be a good thing to come check out, because she's got a lot more information for locals. And so we're having some technical problems. You may have noticed the video is frozen if you're watching the video. So we're going to take a short break so we can get that worked out.